Good morning. So, before I get started on what I wanted to say, I want to promote Murder Book. I'm not being paid for this. I don't have an agreement with Amazon. I really don't have an agreement with Amazon. I'm just sharing with you things that I find valuable and praiseworthy. Okay, this is good. If you like FBI files, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy narrating the show. And the thing about this show is that it's got music that you wouldn't necessarily recognize, but it doesn't just have your made to, you know, your cranked out whatever synthesizer music, whatever they do, blah, 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 blah. It's got like real songs with real lyrics. Maybe they're songs you haven't heard before, but that makes it a little bit interesting, more interesting. But it's a good show. Murder is never good, but I like to see how they solve murders, especially when cases have gone cold, and that's what the show Murder Book is all about. Cases that have gone cold that get solved after 5, 10, 15, 20, or more years. It's amazing. Some cases could go unsolved for 50 years and they finally get the guy through DNA. Thank God for DNA, and thank God for people who are willing to do their job and aren't corrupt. I think that's most of the law enforcement personnel in the United States, in my humble opinion. So I guess there was a Democrat debate last night, and my husband and I were talking about it, and for the same reasons, we don't like to watch such a spectacle because we don't like to hear lies. Because, as my husband said, to paraphrase him, probably, when it sounds really good, they're probably lying, and then when you hate to hear it, you really hate to hear it. Like when they're promoting abortion, for example, and unfettered borders. We all need to have borders. I guess Nancy Pelosi is always doing her thing. She hasn't really changed her tune. She says, well, we should welcome them in as our children, to paraphrase again. But it's like if my children show up at Nancy Pelosi's palatial estate's doorstep, is she going to pay for their summer camp, let alone their college education? No, she's going to have them hauled off her property, I would think. All right, so it's like, come on. I don't demand that Nancy Pelosi pay for my children's upbringing or anything in their lives other than her being a normal taxpayer. We all have to support each other as citizens of the United States through taxes. But this is total hypocrisy. This is a burden on people, unfettered immigration, most of which is illegal, and the Chamber of Commerce doesn't care because they're people focused on making money. As my husband would say if he were here, it's an unholy alliance between the Democrats who are trying to get voters at any price. They don't have to pay for these voters, but what price does the country pay when most of these migrants who are illegal move in and are told to vote Democrat and believe it because they're ignorant and they're easily swayed by classism and socialism? Of course, they're going to vote Democrat. They're going to do what they're being told to do by the people who got them in this country. And then you've got the Republican Chamber of Commerce. Mostly it's Republicans, if you ask me, the Chamber of Commerce types who just want cheap labor so they can get rich, and to hell with the laborers and the rest of the country. That's not right. And that's my opinion about the recent first inaugural Democrat debate. Thank you.